Hey guys, how you doing today? It's me, Kelly. So we're going to work on her today. Now, funny thing, I got probably 3 emails mentioning of how afraid everybody was to put on the white color. I got that yesterday. Today, I wasn't on the computer yesterday, only through my phone. So I didn't reply to anybody or reply to comments or anything yet. However, in my group, All Things Creative, it was posted that a person had posted their background that they did. And I don't want to say names because it wasn't, I mean, it's in my group private. And if it was on YouTube, it would be something different. I would name her name. But I didn't ask her if I had permission to give her name. Anyway, she had said how nervous she was about putting the whitewash on because the colors were so bright. And, you know, she was afraid, you get nervous, wipe it, you do all that color and all this stuff and then you wipe it out. And it's funny because a few other people were like that as well. Yeah, bear with me. If you get scared and you don't want to whitewash it down, then don't. You don't have to. Like I said, this has a reason because when you're looking at it, like as of right now, let's say this, look at your painting. Look at what you're doing. And if you have your girl on here, which I'm very upset over YouTube. I told you guys that I did the YouTube and I did a 45-minute video and then it ate it. And I don't know where it's at. It's in YouTube universe. I don't have it. It's not on my computer. So no more YouTube recording. I'll be using my camera. But as you can see, when you look at this, what is the first thing you guys see? The first thing you see is this and this, right? Because it's sitting on top. Now you can even see around the head here, it is where the darker colors, where the white, I didn't put the white on or make sure it went on, spreading out. But you can see that we have a beautiful background, beautiful colors, but they're muted. So once we get her done and see where we're going with her, we will pull some of those back. So then when you look at it, you'll see those bright colors first, but you're still going to have this beautiful muted background. It's very hard to explain if you don't feel comfortable doing that. Whitewashing everything down or not even whitewashing, whatever color, blending it more, make it more blendable. Don't, if it makes you upset and gives you anxiety. I don't want, you to feel that way about this. I want you to do, the best that you can. Let me put this up real quick. I'm sorry. Sorry if you can see anything inappropriate. I know you're all dying to see my side boob there. Okay. So, do what makes you comfortable and what makes you feel comfortable. Don't do it just because I did it. I appreciate that everybody that has written me and even who left the post in the group is trusting me and going with it. But again, I don't want any anxiety caused or anything, but it's for a reason, and it's just to give it way more dimension because, like I've said before, when you look at this, when it's done, you want to see all those layers. That's what the layers are. You want to see that color that pops at you. You want to see that background subtle colors. You can see in here, you can still see colors, but they're just not as bright, but we'll get there. So enough of that. Okay, well, I have a giveaway coming up. It's a small giveaway, but it's of colored pencils. And what the colored pencils are, now I've told you before, I love Prismacolors. I love colored pencils altogether, but finding these Prismacolors at my AC Moore and Michaels and everything, they're not there anymore. They've discontinued them. So I bought some of the ones that they're carrying now, which are Koh-i-Noor Hard Mouth Polycolor. So I'm going to try these for the first time on this. However, I got a set of face and eye color for colored pencils of the Prismacolors. These are the Prismacolor Premiers, which I love. Now, you could probably find these online. Look in your AC Moore, Michaels, Joann's, and Hobby Lobby. They might still have them, but mine here are discontinuing selling them in the store. I don't know why, because I love them, and it hurts me. No, it doesn't hurt me. I was going to say to give these away, but it doesn't. So here's what we have. I kind of have these. Okay, so we have cream, white, a brown, a dark ochre, peach, and a dark peach, and I guess I said green. So these are all the colors you'll need to use to shade a face. You'll have an eye color, and then you have all these to shade your face, and of course the white as the blender. So I'll be having these small giveaway, but I'll have these up soon. I know so many of you have asked about these, so many of you want these, and can't find them or can't afford them. I totally dig it. So I thought, okay, I'm just going to do a nice little giveaway of coloring the faces and the things. So keep an eye out for that. That'll be coming up within the next few days. And let's start, shall we? Okay. So I'm going to take a light color. Now this is the Koh-i Noor apricot orange. It's called 381. And this, again, like I said, these are in my, let's see if I can get, no, it's kind of too shiny. These are in my AC Moore and Michael's here now. This is what they're carrying. So instead of the Prismacolor. So I'm going to go in, and what we're going to do is we're going to draw our face again, or draw your face. You might not even have had your face drawn on there. That's up to you. But I'm just going to go in very lightly, and I'm using these new pencils to see how they work. I am going to zoom in just a bit here, because if they work really good, then that's, you know, I can get more and do a giveaway on these as well. So I'm just kind of doing my best. I'm using a light color in case I mess up. These are also just colored pencils. Okay, so I have my eyes. Gonna do my nose. Just doing a little zoopy nose like that, and I'll hold this up in 1 second. And then I'm going to trace over my lips. Okay, so let me hold that up for you. That's all we did. Just basically trying to get, is, you know, the light in there. And I'm going to put a little bit right here of the eyelid. Now, if you don't have peach, you can use acrylic paint. You can use watercolor. You can use whatever you want, whatever you have. That's the whole point of this. Now, I'm going to go in and I'm going to just etch out that face, right? So the head kind of ends there. And then I'm going to trace, again, this is very light, just so we have our guidelines. I'm going to trace this outside to give her her neck. And I'll hold this up for you guys in a second. The colors that you guys are using are absolutely fantastic. So that's basically all we're doing right now. All right. Now we want to go in. Now these pencils are a lot lighter. I'm really going to have to experiment and use them in my art journal just to see how much I can push them, because I know I can really push those Prismacolors. So I might go art store hopping to go through all the how you say, well, when they sell everything out and they put them on clearance, all the clearance section, that's what it's called, Cal, to see if I can find more for a giveaway, because I just love those pencils, and I have quite a few. But all right, so now I'm going to use this is cream, and this is, again, is the Koh-i Noor hard muff polycolor. I don't exactly know. I don't know too much about these, so you know, we'll see. And what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to go in and I'm going to just trace that eye. And this is light as well. But I'm just going to trace the eye. And I'm using light. Look, if you don't have light, use whatever you have. This is what this is about. Whatever you have. And I don't know we're going to go with acrylic paint on here, but I like to map it out so we have ideas. And then we got to decide the hair. All right, so I did those. And the inside of the eye, I'm going to have to use one of my, either a paint or a marker. I do want to do eyebrows. How dark do I want the eyebrows, though? That's the question. This is dark ochre from Koh-i Noor. Let's do the eyebrows. And let's do the eyebrows, not even an up arch, because I know, believe it or not, and I have a horrible time doing eyelashes. I don't know why my body and my brain does not compute eyelashes. I really got to practice on them. But a lot of people have problems with eyebrows. And I don't want you guys to have problems with eyebrows, but we kind of make her, you know, you can make whatever eyebrows you want. I'm just going to kind of give her just straight on eyebrows. Nothing fancy. See, now look what I did. And that's why I like to do it light. Like I did this one kind of up. It makes her look a little, you know, straighter makes her look like a more subdued look. This one kind of makes her look like she's like a little sassy. I don't want her to be so much sassy. So let me erase the best I can. And that erases off. And I'm just going to kind of make her straight across. Just a little bit. You don't have to make it too big. But I can see that's a little higher than the other one. I don't want it to be higher. All right, just so I have an idea. All right, just kind of giving her that. See how cute her little face looks? Little fish. Okay. So the next thing is the hair. Now, do you have gesso? Do you have molding paste, modeling paste? Have you made your own modeling paste? Do you want to use wire? Do you want to use beads? Do you want to, I'm going to add beads to the hair, but do you want to use yarn like I did? Do you want to use paper and make it look, I mean, think about it. Or do we just want to do paint on here? That's what we're going to do right now is paint, and I'll add a little something, something the next time we go. You know, once the paint dries and we decide. Do I want her to have bangs? Do I want her to have a bun? Do I want her? So many different things. So think about what you want and what you want to have her do. We want her to look sweet, so we don't want to do anything too funky. So I think I'm going to go with purple hair. That's what I think I'm going to do. So first I'm going to start with my lilac. Any color that you have. All right. Now, some people like to go dark to light. Maybe that's what I'll do. Maybe I won't go light first. Maybe I'll pick dark purple and we'll go dark first. Let's shake it up and be a little crazy. Let me find it first before I say let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Do I not have purple? It's my favorite color. How can I not have purple? Oh my goodness, Kelly. Where is your purple? All right. I got Basics. Love Basics Liquitex. Love it. Love it. Love it. Now, I'm just going to put a ploop here, and I'm going to move back the camera back a little bit so you can see. All right. And I'm going to have this part out of frame because we're going to work on her hair. And I'm going to take my paintbrush. I'm not going to wet it. I'm going to just use it. And it's a smaller paintbrush. This is one of the Deco Arts number 5s. I don't know what that means. I usually use my other brush, you know, I usually use my old icky brushes, but I want a little bit more, use whatever brush you have. I'm just telling you, people always ask me, well, what did you use? All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm not going to have her hair fall in back of her neck like I do sometimes. Sometimes I do that so it looks like you're looking at her straight on and her hair. I'm not going to do that this time. I'm going to stay away from the top of her, from the head so far, and we're just going to kind of do her hair on top of that head. Now we know we have to put hair up there, bangs or whatever we want to do. But let's just get this part done. Step at a time. And do the next part. And it's okay. You can still see the texture coming through underneath, and that's okay because we're going to put a lighter color on for highlights, and then we'll go in and use a different brush. Make her her hair whatever way you want. Long, short, it doesn't matter. Okay. Now, what kind? Now, do we want cute bangs? Do we want her to have flowing hair? That's the question, isn't it? You can take your colored pencils at this point and you can draw. Let me show you. You can draw if you want to see if you want bangs, just draw it in. Do you want to give her bangs like that? You really could. Or you could draw in and just make her have a part here and make it flow down with the long hair. I think I'm going to go bangs. So just kind of Do that and then color this in, paint this in. Or color if you're using your colored pencils, you don't have paint. Use what crayons, whatever you have. All right, so I laid that in because I know what color I'm going to use. Now I'm going to show you, because you're going to notice when you glue this down, you're going to have a little lump here, just a little bit from you putting the head down. So this is where you can go in with your school glue, your gesso, your heavy gel medium, your Mod Podge, whatever. So we're going to leave this dry for a second. And don't worry, we're just mapping out the hair. Just mapping it out. We'll make it, you know, we'll do a little bit more to it after it dries. So I'm going to rinse out my brush. Let me grab this brush instead. All right. And dry it. Okay. Now I'm going to leave that dry for a second. I'm going to take my heat gun and just be out of frame for a minute because I just want to get the majority of this done. Drying the paint, it's drying. It's drying. I'm not going to spend all day drying it because I could. All right, we're just going to clear up now. Clear up. Really? Really? Okay. So I'm going to use, I think I'm going to use Mod Podge because I think a lot of us have white school glue, Mod Podge, you know, around. So I think I'm going to use that rather than gesso. Or now remember, I have recipes for gesso on my website and for molding paste or modeling paste, how I call it, whatever you want. I'm just going to take some of my gesso and I'm going to put it here and paint it on. So it kind of helps that, you know, you want to add texture. And we're going to add more texture once the paint gets on there. But I'm just kind of adding some of that. It's going to give it a little texture too for when we do the next coat for the paint to dry. And you just kind of want to tap, 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 tap. And that'll dry and help that so it's not so bumpy. Although I don't care if it's bumpy. You could put little gems in her hair, whatever you want. It's a lot of creativity on your part of what you want to put in there. And that's where we're at for her hair so far. I know it doesn't look like much, but it will. And that's where we're going to stop. We did her eyes, her nose, her mouth, her hair. I don't like making it too long. You know, going on to the next thing, because I know a lot of you are doing this with me and your time's limited, whether you're busy, you have to work, you have kids, or you're disabled and you just can't sit that long and concentrate that long. I know that can be an issue as well. So we're going to leave that on and dry. And the only thing I'm going to do after this dries is I'm going to take my purple again and go over everything I have on there. Go over it and give it one more coat, leave it fully dry. And then in the next video, we're going to add her highlights. We're going to color in her face. We're going to decide what we're going to do here. And we're going to have a good time. I'm thinking though, while I'm here, maybe we should put a water wash on here now. What color do we want that to be? I know a lot of people want perky. They love the perky. I think, well, we have to have a nice, blue. Why don't we do some blue? Let's take some light blue. This color is called, what color are you, my love? Cool blue. All right, but light blue. And if you only have a dark blue, mix a little white in it just to make it a little bit lighter. And that's what I'm going to do. I really get to clean up in here. I'm just going to do that little ploop. You see the ploop? I'm going to take my brush. I want it to be wet. And I want to mush it out. Right? There we go. And then I'm going to move this up here. We're just going to go over this with the blue. Now, this does two things. It's going to show us how it's going to, quit going out of focus. How it's going to blend on here. And if it's going to blend too much in the back. And if we like this color, and the fact that we watered it down is good, because if we want to change the color, and this is a light color, we can when we're done, you know, when we come back after it's dry. So that's going to be our base color. Oh, I like it. All right, we can clear up now. I like it. I like it. But I got to add some darkness to it, and maybe we'll put some flowers, stencils or something in here of the dark blue. That would be pretty. And then we can trace outside here with the darker color. Oh, yeah, that'll be nice. All right, so I got that blue water there. Now remember, I Mod Podged this paper after I had it glued down. You can use your white school glue, Mod Podge, gel medium, whatever you have. Glue stick. I don't know if you could use a glue stick. Don't do that because I didn't try that one, but I don't know. All right. There we go. Now, let me wipe up my mess. And that is it for this one. I'm very excited. She's coming along really good, and I'm very excited. Very excited. Let me just wipe up my mess here. Or tear everything my way. Okay. Yeah. Very happy so far with her. And like I said, you can see the hair. That's all I did. And it's going to dry and just add some texture. Look, if you have molding paste, modeling paste, gesso, heavy gel, medium, whatever, you can put that on there as well. I've done that a million times on things to give it texture. But I know a lot of you don't. So just use the glue that you're using. And there we go. And there she is so far. And I'm really liking the color. She is very pretty. Like, although my gut is like, okay, we're going to do a dark black dress. Let's do jet black hair. I think the purple's going to work though. So we'll finish up her next video and then we'll start all that stuff and it's going to be fun. So can't wait to see you guys on this next step. I'm so happy you guys are tagging me and sending me your pictures in my email and on Facebook. I love it. So as always, be kind to each other. You never know what battle somebody else is fighting. And I love you all so very much. And I'm so thankful. I want to thank you all for being just so loving and supportive. And I will see you guys in the next video. Oh, also, thanks to, oh, and I can't remember, I need to write down her name. She had mentioned to me that my videos weren't showing up, even though I had them to show up. And she also mentioned to me, oh, I can't remember her name though, to make sure that I mark these 1, 2, 3, 4. So when people go back to look, they know which one. So I'm going to try to make an effort to do that. So it's easier for you guys to find. And that's it. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.